Pad Thai is Thailand's national dish. Every Thai restaurant in the world has it. Every tourist who visits Bangkok eats it. Every cooking show that covers Thai food starts with it. It is ancient. It is traditional. It is the soul of Thai cuisine. Except, it isn't. Pad Thai is younger than the atomic bomb. It was invented in the 1930s by a government on purpose as a political tool. The dish that the world thinks represents thousands of years of Thai culinary tradition was designed in an office by a military dictator who had never worked in a kitchen. And the story of how that happened and how a government recipe became a genuine national identity is one of the strangest and most human stories in all of food history. To understand Pad Thai, you need to understand Thailand in the 1930s. The country was going through an identity crisis. For centuries it had been called Siam, a kingdom, ancient, Buddhist, governed by absolute monarchs who ruled from ornate palaces surrounded by tradition and ceremony. In 1932, everything changed. A group of military officers staged a coup. The absolute monarchy ended overnight. Siam became a constitutional monarchy, still with a king, but now with a government that nobody was entirely sure how to use. And into this uncertainty stepped a man named Plek Phibun Songkram. Plek was a military general, ambitious, disciplined. He had studied in France and come back with ideas that Siam needed to become a modern nation-state. Strong central government, national identity, one language, one culture, one people. In 1938, Plek became prime minister, and he immediately began remaking his country. He changed the name. Siam became Thailand, the land of the Thai people. A deliberate declaration that this was a nation with a specific identity. He changed how people dressed. He changed the national language. He created national symbols, a national anthem, national holidays, the infrastructure of identity. And then he turned to food. Because Plek understood something that every political leader who studies history understands. If you want to unite a people, give them something they all eat. In 1930s Thailand, the national food was rice. Always rice. The Thai word for eating a meal, kin khao, literally translates as eat rice. Rice was not just nutrition. Rice was identity. Rice was culture. Rice was the foundation of the agricultural economy. But rice had a problem. It was expensive. And during the 1930s, Thailand was feeling the effects of the Great Depression. The economy was struggling. Feeding people was becoming harder. Plek needed an alternative, something cheap, something filling. Something that could be sold on the streets for prices almost anyone could afford. He looked at noodles. Noodles in Thailand were associated with the Chinese community. They were not Thai food. A Thai person eating noodles was, in some sense, eating foreign food. Plek saw an opportunity. Take noodles, cheap, filling, easy to produce. Add Thai ingredients. Add Thai flavors. Call it Thai. Claim it. He assembled food experts. He experimented. He developed a recipe. Rice noodles, made from Thai rice, stir-fried quickly in a wok over high heat, with tamarind paste for sourness, fish sauce for saltiness, palm sugar for sweetness, dried shrimp, bean sprouts, egg, crushed peanuts, a squeeze of lime. He called it Pad Thai, stir-fried Thai style. And then, instead of just announcing a new dish, he built a distribution system. Plek did not just create Pad Thai, he manufactured Pad Thai. The government subsidized street food vendors, giving them carts, equipment, and ingredients at below-market prices, on the condition that they sold Pad Thai. They trained people to cook it. They promoted it on government radio. They distributed the recipe to households across the country. They taught it in schools. This was not a recipe. This was a campaign. And it worked, for reasons that had nothing to do with politics. Because Pad Thai, it turned out, was genuinely delicious. The combination of flavors, sour, salty, sweet, umami, was perfectly balanced. The texture, soft noodles, crunchy peanuts, crisp bean sprouts, was satisfying. It was fast to make. It was cheap. It could be customized to individual taste. People ate it not because the government told them to. They ate it because it was good. And then the war came. In 1941, Japan occupied Thailand. Supplies became scarce. Rice disappeared from markets. Food prices exploded. Pad Thai was perfect for wartime. The noodles were cheaper than rice. A single portion was filling and affordable, even for families who had almost nothing. The street carts that the government had subsidized, originally a political program, became a wartime lifeline. People ate Pad Thai not because of nationalism. They ate it because it was what they could afford. And something happened that no government program can plan for. People started to love it. After the war, Plek Pibun Songkram fell from power. His political project ended. The nationalism faded. The state apparatus that had promoted Pad Thai was dismantled. But the dish survived. Because by the time the political project ended, Pad Thai had escaped politics entirely. It was on every street corner. It was in every market. Mothers were teaching daughters how to make it. Regional variations had emerged, different provinces adding their own ingredients, their own techniques, their own balance of flavors. The artificial had become organic. The government invention had become folk tradition. This is the pattern that all invented traditions eventually follow, if they are good enough. Someone creates something for a purpose. The purpose fades. But the thing itself, if it genuinely works, if it genuinely serves a human need, outlasts the intention behind it. By the 1950s and 60s, Pad Thai was simply Thai food, not government food, not wartime food, not political food, just food. And then, starting in the 1970s and 80s, Thailand began opening to international tourism. Visitors arrived in Bangkok and discovered the street food. They sat at plastic tables on dusty pavements. They watched vendors work over roaring wok flames. They ate Pad Thai for the equivalent of a few cents, and they went home and talked about it. Thai restaurants opened in cities around the world. Everyone put Pad Thai on the menu because it was the dish that international customers recognized. By the 1990s, Pad Thai was not just Thailand's national dish. It was Thailand's ambassador to the world. Today, Pad Thai is eaten by millions of people every day, in Bangkok, in London, in New York, in Sydney. The government that created it is long gone. The political program that launched it is forgotten by almost everyone who eats it. What remains is the dish itself. And here is what that dish carries, without anyone intending it to. It carries the memory of wartime, of people eating cheap noodles because rice was too expensive, of street carts burning through the night, feeding families who had almost nothing. It carries the memory of Chinese immigrants who brought noodle techniques to Thailand generations ago. Techniques absorbed so completely that the absorption itself was forgotten. It carries the memory of the vendors who took a government recipe and made it their own, who developed the wok technique, the high heat, the fast movement, the char on the noodles that makes street pad thai taste different from anything you can make at home. It carries, in every bite, the compressed history of a country that needed to find itself, and found itself, partly, in a plate of stir-fried noodles. That is what food does. That is what food has always done. It starts as nutrition. It becomes tradition. It becomes identity. It becomes memory. And long after the people who made it are gone, the food remains, carrying everything they were, everything they needed, everything they hoped for, in a plate of noodles that costs almost nothing. And that is the story of pad thai. From a military dictator's office to the most recognized Thai dish on earth. From a government program designed to save money on rice, to a plate of food that carries the memory of a nation. From a recipe that was invented to a tradition that became real. The most human thing about this story is not the politics. It is not the history. It is the moment when the artificial became genuine. When people stopped eating pad thai because they were told to, and started eating it because they wanted to, because it was good, because it was theirs. That transition, from invented to beloved, is the transition that every tradition makes. Every custom, every dish, every story. Someone made it up, and then enough people lived with it and loved it that it became true. Leave a comment below. Have you ever eaten pad thai? And did you know this story before today? Share this with someone who is also learning English. And if you enjoyed this journey, like this video and subscribe to Custom Stories in English. It helps the channel grow and brings more stories to more people. It was a pleasure to be with you today. See you in the next one.